so let's just start. Get yourself nice and comfortable, guys. We're going to do just a few sighs and stretches just to kind of limber up, and then once we're kind of feeling the energy starting to flow, we will move into the DMT-style breathing. Just as a quick catch-up for anybody, we're going to be breathing in and out through our nose and our mouth. So ideally in through the nose, out through the mouth, but you can always breathe in and out through the mouth if it's easier. When we do the holds, at any point, if you need to take a breath in, you can just breathe in, breathe out, and then continue to hold. And then when we're doing the clenching to bring the energy up, then we want to really clench and pull from the base of our spine, almost like we're sucking up, and then push it all the way to the top of the head. Okay, so you guys have all done this before, so you should be fine with all of this. So let's just take a nice deep breath in for a nice sigh. So let's nice deep breath in. And just let it go, nice audible sigh. Lovely. Nice deep breath in. Give it a little bit of a squeeze, find any tension. And let go. Let's do that again. Nice deep breath in. And squeeze. And release. Okay, let's just do one last one of these. Nice deep breath in. Squeeze and hold at the top. And let go. Lovely. Welcome. Okay. Here we go. So we're gonna begin.
Get ready.
Take a nice deep breath in. And just let it go. Nice and deep. Find your own rhythm. Keep it going. Feeling those beautiful sensations. 5 more. Final breath, breathing in. Let it all go. And just hold on the out breath and focus on the sensations inside your body. "15 seconds left. You're doing amazing." 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice deep breath in through the nose into the bottom of the belly. And squeeze to the top. And let go whenever you're ready. Beautiful. Okay, round 2. Nice deep breath in. All the way in. And just let it go. Doing amazing, keep going. Five more. Ooh. Final breath, take a nice deep breath in. Let it go. Focus on the sensations inside your body. Point you need to take a breath, just take a deep breath in and then release it and continue to hold. That's 1 minute, you're doing amazing. Take a nice deep breath in, all the way to the bottom of your belly. And squeeze your pineal gland all the way to the top. And push against the pineal gland. Release when you're ready. we go. Another round, guys. We've got 2 more rounds to do. Nice deep breath in. Let it go. You're doing incredible. Keep it going, you're doing amazing. Deep breath in and let go. Focus on the sensations inside your body. That's a minute. You're doing amazing. Continue to hold. That's 2 minutes. Take a nice deep breath in. Squeeze to the top of your pineal gland. Really give it some energy. And release when you're ready. Okay, this is the last round, guys. Let's really give it some energy in this one. Breathing all the way in. Just let it go. We're about halfway there. Keep on going. You're doing amazing. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it go. And just hold. Feel the sensations inside your body. Minute. Continue to hold. You're doing amazing. Nice deep breath in. Squeeze to the top of your head. Use your arms to cross over your chest if it helps. Really give it an extra little bit. Release whenever you're ready. You just sit and bask in this lovely spaciousness. Feel free to bring an image of a person or a situation to your mind. See that person, see their face. If it's a situation, see it as like an icon or an emoji. Just use some of this beautiful sacred DMT energy just to shine a little bit of love onto that person or situation. Maybe take a nice deep breath in as we just build some of that energy up. then just release it as we gift that to that personal situation. See that person receiving that energy. See them give you a little smile and a glint in their eye as they feel that love, that healing energy. If it's a situation, just see the icon shimmer or glimmer as it receives the energy. Just, if it feels nice, you can put your hand on your heart. Just do a few nice heart breaths. We're just breathing in and out through our heart center, just by using our focus. Just instilling some of that beautiful peace and depth into that heart center. Healing, revitalizing energy. Of the spaciousness around you to infuse and bask and saturate your whole being in that spaciousness, that infinite potential. So light. Such a high vibration. It's just a very subtle spaciousness. Staying with this beautiful energy, feel free if you feel inclined to turn on your microphone and we can do the Om together, but if you just want to stay where you are, then you can also just stay exactly where you are, and I will just make the Om and you can join in. Lovely. Okay, so with the Omming, what we're going to do is we're going to focus. Don't worry too much about making the exact sound and the exact word. We're not trying to be perfect yogis. What we're trying to do is we're trying to feel the vibrations in different parts of our body. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So we're just going to start with the vibrations as low as we can make them naturally in our body, and then we're going to raise up to the top of the vibration to the top of the head. So it will sound something like this. We're going to really extend it. So if you find yourself out of time with anybody else, don't worry, because hopefully it will just create a sound of between all of us. So yeah, don't worry about that. Just stay with your process. Stay with the vibrations inside your body. Okay. So obviously this is a little bit of an experiment to see if this is going to work over Zoom, but hopefully it will, and you know, it's definitely worth experiencing. So okay guys, let's begin. So nice deep breath in.
I think the volume went down.
Oh,
I
the
can barely
volume
hear you. I
Oh,
can hear you
how's
now.
that? Yeah, okay.
That's
How's that? Is that okay for everybody? Yeah.
yeah, much better.
Okay guys, here we go. So nice deep breath in. As you do this, see if you can see the vibration as it travels up your body. Now, as you do this, just imagine a golden ball of energy following your vibration through your body, and as it travels through your body, know that these sonic frequencies are aligning your chakras, they're replenishing your vital chi energy and prana, and they're aligning your whole energetic system. The Om is such a powerful tool. So here we go, just visualizing that as you do it. Last two Oms, really enjoy these ones. Beautiful. Just rest in that spaciousness for a few moments. How does your body feel in this space? time, no stress. Beautiful beings, how is that for you?
Wow.
How's that for you, Daniele?
I'm still trying to reconnect. I remember that the second and the third round of the yang breathing was quite similar to the vibrational state that you initiate the out of body when your etheric double separates and you feel the vibration. I felt like the tingling on my limbs. Yeah, it was very intense. Mostly the second and the third round, yes. And a beautiful tale of relaxation afterwards. It was really pleasant. Feel right now. Wow.
Beautiful.
Almost illegal.
What was that? Sorry, almost left us.
Almost illegal.
Oh, almost illegal. Joanna, how's it for you? How did you find that?
I almost dozed off with the last bit. So now I feel like before the horse bolting, relaxed and enjoying the ride.
Yeah, she's back on the horse.
Yeah.
Amazing. Eddie, how is that for you?
I saw some signs. I want to show you.
Please.
I saw like this one. Do you see? It's a little bit like...
Can everybody see her?
I can see now, like that, yeah.
It came to me. I don't know what this means. And the second one was like, I saw that in my body, like middle, like stripes.
Wow.
And here was like heart, middle.
Wow. So this, it looks like a cross to me.
Yeah.
From here. Here, I can.
But here is empty. Middle of this.
I see. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. And was that in your center? How was it?
It was in my center. Yeah, like here, and here.
Very interesting. Yeah, love that. I love. Yeah. If any of you ever get any images or dreams or anything like that after any of these sessions, please share, because we're all divining for each other. There's things, as our collective energy comes together, then all sorts of things can arise. We never, sometimes it's for us, sometimes it's for, somebody else.
Yeah, it was really good.
Could you show us the first one again, Eri?
Yeah.
Ooh. It looks very, almost like a field. Like almost like an atom, actually.
I even don't know what is this.
Yeah, wow. And you saw that as an image?
Yeah, it came like an image.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, I saw that go away. It came again, like.
Yeah, it's the Galactic Federation.
Yeah.
They're trying to get through, guys. They've had a bit of a patchy signal, but they're getting through now. Amazing. Oh, that's great. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Eri.
You're welcome.
Max, how you doing, brother? How was that for you? Oh, can't hear you.
So it was good. It's funny how just something like that can put you in relaxation fairly quickly. Take your mind off a lot of the stresses of everyday life, work. I noticed when I started hitting some of the ohms, I was feeling a little energy across the chest and around the heart area. It was nice.
Lovely, yeah. It was as I was doing the ohming, something just said to me. It's like, focus on an actual like visualizing a ball or something, so it can kind of work as a guide. And as I started doing it, it was like, oh, okay. So that's that's great, and you could feel the energy shifting and moving.
Yeah.
I love that golden light. What was going inside the body? It was so good. Like I felt that all.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share, Max?
Like I said, it was relaxing. It was it's a great reminder to remember to continue to do this. And with meditation, I did some meditation this morning. It's amazing how quickly you can disconnect from stresses and worries just by taking a few minutes to take some deep breaths and close your eyes and do a little bit of meditation, and right back at it again.
That's it. I heard a phrase. Someone said the difference between knowledge and wisdom is the fact that you can only get wisdom from being in the spaciousness. So, you know, that moment where your mind is no longer existent, and it's like almost like, I don't know, for me it's almost like, but before it might have been like ooh la la la, but then it's, and when I'm in that space, that's where wisdom is filling you up from the inside, you know, in spirit, you know, inspired, you know, we have spirit in us, and we're actually allowing it to feed us. So yeah, you know, I felt that lovely moment when we all just were in the silence, and it was like, whoever I was before, that was just a pattern, you know, like a pattern of energy. But in that moment, it's like,
it's almost like
free.
Almost like changing a channel or something. You're changing frequencies. Don't like that frequency. Turn that around a little bit.
Yeah, get off the news and the drama channel.
Yeah, it's. I don't think most of us even. Yeah, I don't think most of us even realize the energies that come off of that. A lot of that stuff. Some people look at it as cute, but the energies are still there. I think that a lot of people miss.
I was making a song this week all about just like, you know, the media and just what a trap it is essentially. You know, it exists on our attention, and that's what it feeds off, and yet it relies on us to keep it alive, yet we look at it for guidance.
Yeah. When they say that we can actually create our own timelines, we're allowing the media to kind of direct that timeline still.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's you know, it's what it's called, the mainstream.
Whatever you feed into becomes your. I think the theory is whatever you're feeding into is going to become your reality. Therefore, obviously, if you're feeding in media and war and negative energy, that's probably a timeline you'll be placed on as well.
Yeah, and also, how hard will it be when you do close your eyes? You know, because that's the thing, isn't it? It's all well and good doing meditation, but if you've just, like, you know, sat through like an hour of news, one thing I always think is, like, if you ever under the illusion that they're helping you, then, and if you know someone, you know, you guys are probably all quite advanced anyway, but you know, if you know anybody who's kind of still, you know, following the media, and obviously it's causing them issues, and they're looking to, you know, find ways of, you know, stopping that kind of anxiety, depression cycle basically, then what I'd always say is get them to watch the news but close their eyes and listen to the soundtrack in the background, and tell me that soundtrack isn't a fucking horror soundtrack.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah, I haven't tried that one yet. I have to try that one. That sounds interesting.
It is fucking intense. You know,
when
you hear it, when you
separate gets your
the
attention,
two, it's like, wow, okay, so what I'm actually feeding into my body here is a horror movie.
Yeah, it seems to, I hear what you're saying, yeah. Almost like it amplifies the drama into your energy, into your surrounding, yeah.
You know, it's sound therapy, you know, just as much as we can sit there and we can feel the gentleness of the sound of the wind and the birds and all of that, and we can feel that, like, that loveliness, or, you know, listen to a nice track on YouTube, you know, like meditation track or something. Well, the same thing exists, and, you know, but it's almost subconscious as well. That's what's so interesting about it, because we're not aware of it. You know, we're essentially just consuming, and it's kind of just happening in the background. And then when we try to go to sleep at night, we sit there and we wonder why we can't fucking sleep, or why we can't, like, when we close our eyes, it doesn't feel good. Well, of course it's not going to fucking feel good. You know, you're full of shit. you know, you're literally full. You're over. You know, like if we spend too much time around those types of things, we literally, there's no space left for us, for your life, for the 2 meters around you, because what you filled it with is the 8 billion problems of the world. You know, and then we get to situations where, you know, we're looking at our life and we're like, why is it all so bad? And it's like, well, because you're on the wrong channel. Turn to channel you know. How did that go for you guys over in I'm Loving Life Corner?
I found that very peaceful. Apologies as well for my little outburst. I don't know if anyone heard, but the giggle was a little bit in the comment. But other than that, even that just made me feel good anyway. So the breath work and the omen made me feel peaceful and happy and loving life. Oh, can I just say something? I just want to add something about the breath work. She was saying how it's so necessary to do this like on a daily basis. I think I heard you say something like that when I was in on the retreat, and we was going through the breath work. He was Dr. Joe Dispenza was talking about the breath work and what we were actually doing. You know, when you contract the muscles from the perineum and you bring it up. So it's like you're squeezing the energy all the way up to the pineal gland. But if you do that constantly, like more than once, I don't know, 3 times, 4 times, it creates like a vortex. It's probably not the vortex. Vortex is not the right word, but it's the, you know, like the resonance that
like
the earth has.
Tortoise field.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
And we create our own one. So now he didn't put these things together, which how I'm going to put it together, but it just made me think of. So he's saying that what's it called? The what field?
Tortoise field.
Tordial field. So he was saying that the Earth's tordial field protects the Earth from the sun's solar flares and the radiation from the sun. So it's the Earth's protection. And when I heard him say that, I realized then, or it dawned on me then, that if we do that breath, because we create our own one, so therefore we're creating our own protective layer against the outside world or the negative energies coming towards us. So if we are doing that on a daily basis, we always have our own protection. We do that before we leave our homes. I mean, in an ideal world, it would be great to be able to do that in the mornings before we leave our home and have our mini protection against anything that could be coming towards us. And that's what I wanted to share.
I love that. I think you're absolutely right. You know, that's you know, it's I use the more yang style breathing to give me what I could, you know, broadly class as like vitality, you know, that feeling of feeling awake, feeling alive, you know, because it's so easy in life just to go on to kind of like the auto track, you know, where it's a bit like, it's okay, but it's a bit, it's a bit up and down, it's like that, you know, but when you start doing the breath, it goes, and suddenly it's like, wow, fresh thoughts, feelings of deep clarity, you know, feeling of renewal, freshness. Thich Nhat Hanh, one of my favorite Buddhist meditation teachers, he says, you know, as I breathe in, I am aware that I'm breathing in. As I breathe out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. And then he'll go to, as I breathe in, I am fresh like a flower. As I breathe out, I can't remember what the next step was, but basically it's this sense of like, you know, if you think of flowers when they've just come out of the ground, like, you know, when they're just breaking through into life, and they've got that amazing smell, and it's like, wow, this is so alive, it's so vital, it's got so much energy. That is what we could and can access with each breath. So, you know, doing a good strong practice can, like, just like Akua said, can be an amazing way of giving us that sense of unfuckableness, you know. And that's where it doesn't matter what's going to happen, you know, shit's always going to happen, we can't stop that, but what we can do is we can feel so resilient in it that, like, you know, you're just like, okay, yeah, I crashed my car, well, maybe that was an old car and I'm gonna get a new one now and that'll be better for me, you know, who gives a fuck, you know. It's just like,
yeah.
It's you know, because you're in that flow, you're just like, yeah, I get it, you know, what goes out there just comes back around and fills me back up, you know.
Yeah. But it's your own bubble of high energy constantly. Yeah.
I was thinking it's like self-fulfilling prophecy, but it's a self-fulfilling energy. You know? And that's lovely, isn't it? Pin. Oh, sorry, no. Sorry, Queenie. How was it for you? Do you have anything you'd like to share?
Well, the breathing, I can't keep it up. My daughter was doing a breathing course. She kept her breath for a long time, and I thought, wow, couldn't keep that up. But when I was doing the breathing, I found that my mind stops, and I don't become aware of I'm breathing anymore, and I've just gone into another place until I realise I'm supposed to be breathing. So I start coming back to breathe again, and then it happens again. So I don't know if what that means, but when we done the vibrations, I loved that. I could feel my because when I done the I made my teeth join together, and I could feel the vibration in my head and my mouth, and it was quite satisfying, that was. And then when we then went to the peace, it was so nice that I didn't want you to talk anymore. I was so relaxed and in that place and that zone. It was really lovely.
Oh, that's lovely. I'm sorry about the talking. It's a hard one to know what to do. You know, how long do you leave people for? You know, are people, you know, cruising off, enjoying themselves, or are people left there going, okay, what the fuck's happening now? You know, so you don't know. So it's a balance. What we'll do, maybe the next event we'll deliberately do it, so we won't do any talking at the end, and we'll allow ourselves maybe just to go into that kind of astral blissed out, energetic, vibrational stage, and once we get to the end of, you know, the guidance, I will just end the call maybe.
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't like to be left hanging. I mean, and I wake up and say, where is it? Where's everybody?
Yeah, what's going on? That's what happened to Akua last week, wasn't it? She was like, what? What's happened? It's all ended.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, if we could do, like, say, you're going to give us, like, I don't know how long 5 minutes is. Something
how long
like 5
would you?
minutes.
How long would you think would be appropriate?
No, don't know.
5, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe 15.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe about 5 to 10 minutes in between there. Something.
Yeah, okay.
And then we'll know that we've got that time to relax. And then when you start coming back, we'll be aware that, you know, this is the time to come back.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, I love that. Thank you. I will make sure our next one we'll have a little timer, and we'll do. I think we'll start with 8 minutes. I think that feels quite nice. and then
Okay,
we
yeah.
can see if people want more or less than that in future. Yeah, lovely. Thank you, Queenie. I love your energy and what you bring. So thank you so much. Pin, how you doing? How's that for you?
Thank you. I'm just feeling really chill right now, and really calm, serene, and peaceful. So I've got a real short memory, so I had things, and it's like after everyone's spoken, I've forgotten what I wanted to say for the first part. But what I remember was after the first exercise, and I didn't think I was particularly, holding any sort of energy in my body. But what I did notice was afterwards, I could just, for want of a better word of describing it, I felt like here was open. It was just open, and my head was open. So make of it what you will. I just, it was a really nice feeling. And then with the second one, much like with what Queenie has said, and the vibrations, and because I'm wearing my headphones as well, I think there is a bit of the, what's the word? The audio vibrations. I really enjoyed that sensation of the vibrations with my mouth. It was all in my head, but in my ears as well. I also had some numbing, I can't talk, tinglingness, which I felt from this first exercise, but it sort of came back in the second one. I've still got it. I've still got like a little bit of numbness, nice numb tingliness in my fingers, which is nice. And going back to what Joanna said, if you had sort of like just dialed off the call, I did think if I was on my bed now, I could have a really nice, peaceful sleep.
We'll have to do a sleep session where we literally do it, and then we just literally just go like,
I feel like my head is absolutely empty. That's what I mean by open. And I'm always going to bed with things in my head. I'm reflecting. I feel like I do, but actually I need to do some breathing before sleep. And I'll have like I know I'll have a really good sleep. Yeah. Thank you.
You're so welcome. When you clear out before you go to sleep, it means that when you wake up in the morning, your bags are completely empty. There's no heaviness, no weightiness, because where we leave our vibration when we go to sleep is generally about where it will come back to when we wake back up. So yeah, it's definitely a great practice to get into. And I just wanted to say, because you also brought this up, and Queenie said it about kind of feeling the numbness. Obviously that is, can you not hear us? Oh yeah, you can. So feeling the numbness, and obviously when we're doing the actual breathing, there will be points, and we'll all have this at different points depending on where our bodies are, and our energy system as well. If you've had a lot of stress, and then you do a breath like this, you may find yourself, like passing out, because it's a big shift, and there's a lot of stuff going on, and for the body to suitably do that, it does a better job when we're out of the way, so that's why you can sometimes have those experiences where it's like you're off and then you come back. I always take those experiences as almost like I've been on a micro retreat. I've been gifted by the universe a kind of a basking in the light, because when our mind is not attached to our being, however that is, maybe it's when we're completely unaware, like in a sleep state, or it's maybe when we're slightly less aware in maybe like one of these type of experiences where you kind of get very numb and you kind of phase in and out. That is literally when we're bathing in oneness. That's why we don't exist. That's why we don't feel like we're there, because we're not. Because the we we're referring to doesn't fucking exist, and it's just the oneness which is now encapsulating us so fully that we no longer are concerned about this, that, and the other. we can't be, because we're being consumed by the spaciousness, the oneness. Oh, I love it. So hopefully that makes sense to some of the experiences that you guys might be having. I'd regularly pass out when I first started doing this, and you know, like, yeah, we're gonna have a friend coming soon called Rebecca Hummingbird, and she does holotropic / transformational breath work, which will be essentially like you just breathe in and out with an open mouth, and you keep your mouth open all the time, like kind of like that. Okay, and you do that for like 40 minutes non-stop, and it is fucking intense. But as you can imagine, some of the feelings that we're having already in our bodies with this numbness, they get to like really quite profound, like strong states, where you may just find yourself having an out of body. You may find yourself actually feeling like your chest is going to explode because it's so tight, but once you get beyond that, it's like, oh, and it all opens up. So she's going to come and do a lesson session with us all in a few weeks, so I'm super excited about that. She's amazing. She's done that for me a few times, and yeah, I really love her, and I think you guys will really love her too. So yeah, all very exciting. Well, guys, is there any other questions? Anything anyone wants to talk about before we go? No, everyone's feeling good. I've made it too easy for you guys, haven't I? I need to add in some difficulties, you know.
I think what it is, Matthew, you've got us all zoned out, so now we're just in total peace and, you know, tranquility.
Well, that's perfect. That's all we need, you know. That's I love you guys. Honestly, it's so lovely getting to feel these feelings. You know,
Yeah.
when else do we get to travel and bask in such nice, gentle, effortless ease and flow? You know. So hopefully this time and these Thursday events, these will become an anchor, you know, an anchor to the rest of our experiences, because we know it doesn't matter what the fuck is going on in the world, we can come together, we can do some nice breaths, and we can find that space where it's all okay. It's all okay. Yeah. There's nothing to do, nowhere to go, no one to be, except whoever you are right now. Lovely.
True.
Did the just a quick question before I go? Did the throat singing come through? Could you hear that?
Yeah, it was very
amazing.
Yeah, that came through okay.
Yeah, I felt like I was in Mongolia.
I felt like when I started it, there was something said to me that like I need to like do like this like a tone, you know, like a tone that starts at one place and it kind of moves through our energetic body, kind of like a like a cleanse, like cleaning that out, you know, making even more space. Yeah, brilliant.
You must have listened to also Sardinians chanting, which is double voicing like this.
I love that.
Do you know that? Do you know that?
Yeah. It's like where all the guys, they stand in a little circle, don't they?
Yeah, there are 3 or 4 of them singing with double voicing. Yeah, it's very interesting.
When I saw that, because me and Vic, we learnt how to do that, which I did at a rave. This guy came up to us, and me and my partner were just like kissing or whatever, and he's like, "I've got to share this thing with you," and I was like, "What is it?" And he was like, "Well, you know, you're gonna look a bit stupid, but honestly, if you do it, it's gonna be amazing." And I was like, "Okay, so what do you have to do?" He's like, "Well, face each other, stick your tongues out a little bit, and go." And we're like, "Okay," you know. So we started doing it, and when you do it together, and I highly recommend you do this with anyone, you know, in your vicinity, you know, just stick your tongue out, do that. When they come together, they will literally start creating like a binaural beat that will be like, and you'll start to hear noises that you are generating together. And it's very hypnotic. Obviously it's like another form of breath, sound, sonic, vibrational alignment. And then after doing that for a while and sharing that with other people, you know, naturally you just see where it goes. And then I end up kind of creating these sounds that I do now, which is a bit of an extension of the didgeridoo. And then I go to Sardinia, and I'm standing there, and there's these guys behind me, and they start doing that thing that you were talking about, and I was just like, oh my god, this is the place for me. You know, I was like, this is home. You know, like, I don't know, other than Mongolia, there's not many cultures that make weird noises with their mouth. You know.
They were locals.
Oh yeah. I was in Kyrie at the time, I think, and yeah, I'd met this guy. I was staying at his hostel, and for some reason he really liked me, and he was just like, "You've got to come out for some cocktails." And I was like, "I don't really drink, but you know what? Go for it. Let's have some fun." And yeah, and he was showing me around, and next thing I know, I hear these guys behind me just starting up with like, you know, "Oh," as they do, you know. And multi-layered with all of the singing, just amazing. Love that.
Yeah, I know.
Well, so maybe when we do something in Sardinia, we'll have to recruit some authentic Sardinian singers to take us all on a journey. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it would be. And next time, try to mirror flip the background, because there is a chalkboard, and the writing is on the other side. You need to flip.
Is
I
it?
suppose there is the joy of breath, isn't that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's reversed, so you must flip the.
Okay, yeah, I've got to flip that one because I've flipped it on. I think I flipped it inside of OCB, and then I've flipped it again.
Okay.
You know, inside of here. So I'll find. Oh, here we go. So hopefully, if I do that, does that look normal now?
No, it's still reversed.
What? Okay, well that's something I'll look at. I'll try and find that.
Yeah, next time, just for you to know, because it's so lovely.
Oh, thank you, brother. I'm trying to, you know, I've done it. So now, when you watch the replays, hopefully there will be me on one side and then whoever's talking on the other. And I've done like a beautiful background, and I think it should look really cool. And yeah, so I think just further bringing those good vibes, you know. Oh, guys. So also I have an idea. I was going to ask you what you guys thought of this. I was thinking about that moment before we wake up and just how powerful it is to set our day in motion. And I was thinking, how could we like hijack that moment better than I am right now? Because at the moment it requires me to remember to not move or not start thinking as I'm waking up. And sometimes that works, and other times it really doesn't work, and before I know it, I'm looking at my phone, and you know, off I go, and now I'm worried about this email I've got, and you know. So what I thought about doing is creating a series of 2-minute audios that you actually attach to your alarm clock. So you wake up, and you'll wake up essentially with like my voice saying, you know, something like beautiful morning, blessed being, whatever. Just take this moment now to sit in the spaciousness and just dwell there without any thoughts or feelings. If any thoughts come up, just direct them to the positive end result, and I'll just go quiet. And then there's like a whole minute of just peacefulness where we can align for the day, and then maybe I'll come back in, I'll just say a few things, and then that's it. So it's like 2 minutes, but I thought that could be quite a powerful way of really, you know, making sure that that moment in the morning is the best it could be. If I did that, would any of you be interested in trying it out?
Yes, absolutely.
Of course.
I would love that.
Definitely.
Yeah, awesome.
Because
Okay.
when you wake up, you are able to do this depending on how you wake up. Because if you wake up naturally, but in a state of after a dream, or you know, you are not that still on. If it's not a beautiful awakening, so it's easy not to do that because you are already in some flow, in some thought streams. So I think I am able, when I just wake up really naturally, really relaxed, so I'm still able to connect, focus on stay still and stay in spaciousness. But if I have an alarm, it would be very nice, because it interrupts your state of sleeping, probably with the intention of doing that.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, well I'll have a crack at making some of those, and I'll make them available, and we can all test drive it and see if it makes a difference.
Yeah.
We can try out some, you know, and the other thing that I was thinking about doing, I said I'm going to make this for you, Max, because you brought it up, was an insomnia track, because I think that would be interesting, and also a dream seeding track. So I think we were talking in the group, you know, recently, just about, I think it was Daja was saying that, you know, how can you know, shift different situations, and obviously one of the ways was just actually get out of the situation, but the other way of dealing with it is where you actually start to seed the reality you want to see, because for most of us, receiving, you know, whatever the desired result is, a shift in a person that we're interacting with, or a shift in our financial situation, for most of us, our feelings around it are the thing that's stopping us from achieving it. So if we can spend some time in the lucid state, and it's really important, we have to get to the lucid state of being, because that's where we are accessing the subconscious, and that's where we need to plant the seed, you see. And one of the keys to this process working and knowing that it's working, which is why it can be to some degree quite scientific in that sense, is that that you will, unless you feel like it's done, is a weird analogy. I'm going to say it because this is an analogy that Neville shared, and I think it is right. It's like an orgasm, right? Before the orgasm, there's a feeling of something that has not happened, okay? But post-orgasm, there's a clear feeling that something has just happened, okay? Like, it's not like you're not having to go like, oh yeah, maybe it happened or maybe it didn't happen. No, you know it happened. Your whole body feels like it's happened. Okay, so that's the level that we need to get to, and to get to that level, we want to have experienced it, and the best way we can experience it in its full 3D glory is through lucid dreaming. So this is a, you know, this is just something I'm going to be working on, but hopefully I'll make this the next moment I get, and that'll be something else that we can all try out. And
it sounds great. So you're gonna make some sort of audio, what, with like binaural beats and
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to basically guide us into a sleep. And did you
Nice.
try out the memory technique to help you sleep, Max? Did that work for you?
What was that?
The memory technique, thinking when you're kind of unable to sleep, try to think of a memory and going back into the past.
I actually heard somebody say that. It's funny you mentioned that. I don't remember you saying it, but I just heard it from a guy this week. From actually somebody on the school website had a little video of a gentleman that was saying that similar thing. Think of about back in the time, like a time that you were actually tired, really tired, and focus on your time being there, and supposedly it helps you get to sleep. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, pretty much. It's
Okay.
because,
Yeah,
you know,
it's kind of a synchrony thing. It's like trending this week.
yeah.
Crazy.
we're calling it forth. It's because it's like, if you think about it, you know, in your present state, especially when you're in like hyper arousal, which is like when you're unable to sleep essentially, and you've got that insomnia type experience, you know, everything's very clear. You know, it's like you can hear a pin drop, and you're so focused on all of it because every thought is super loud. You know, you're against the time. You know, everything just feels very like woof. And that's obviously all in the present moment. And obviously the mind gets in there and kind of fucks with you a little bit as well, telling you little stories that, you know, you're going to feel awful tomorrow and all these types of things.
Yeah, it's funny you mention that, because it was like 2 nights ago I was trying to direct, and I was up all night. I didn't get a wink of sleep.
Yeah, and it's that, you know, the mind is it can be such an aggressor, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so but what I've found is that by thinking of the past, and I do it in a very chaotic way because I'm trying to bring in chaos. That is what I'm trying to do. If you think about it, in the insomnia state, it's all pure white, bright, really fucking intense, you know. Whereas when we start to think about memories, we're going into like a sepia world, you know. Everything's slightly duller, and it's that dullness which is almost like a shadow, and we want to go into the shadow because it's too bright in front of us in the now. So we go into the kind of the recesses of our mind, into the past, and by doing that and directing our focus to I find any memory of the past, just thinking of other things other than the now, essentially. And then you know, I'll literally think about, oh, what happened here, then what happened here, then what happened here, then what happened here, like that. And before I know it, I'm just like, I'm fucking exhausted. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm going to create a whole meditation that kind of does that, but kind of walks you through that gradually. Because I thought insomnia is one of those things. It's just brutal.
Yeah. That'd be nice. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, lovely, guys. Well, it's such a pleasure as always. I'll see you all next week. Have a beautiful, blessed week going forwards. Keep sharing different things in the group. Love seeing all of your artworks and you know, different ideas, things that everybody is doing. So lovely. Ciao, ciao for now, guys.
Yeah. Ciao, ciao.
Oh,
Bye, bye, bye. Ciao, 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 ciao. So much love, so many blessings. Mwah, 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 mwah.